Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to this week's game.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Here come the Bengals now to take over.
They're led out by a former first-round selection back in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
To throw now, Dart. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
To throw, Dart. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Throwing, Dart.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Throwing his Dart.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. You can throttle it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, This defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals marching right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Penix. And he's got his man on the out route. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Steelers.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now Penix. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Penix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steamers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shot. Of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing his dart. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Dart looking to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Trevino. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, break. There we go, sack. Cougar 19.
Dart. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Steamers 7.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 79 Broncos. Go.
To the air, Penix. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground to 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And looking to throw, Penix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second and 10. They'll throw with Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 40 yards. And the Steamers are an extra point away from drawing level.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The Bengals drive about to get going. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Dart from the gun on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air again, Dart. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
16.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. To the air, Dart. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Looking to throw, Dart. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steamers offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play as borne out by the numbers. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Steamers have taken the lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They juked him. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
1 yard gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Cougar 19.
They'll go play action here with Dart. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for number 14. Incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Dart. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Trevino. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steamers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this 1st half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They're sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
The production sensational here early on. That last catch going to put him up over 100 yards receiving already in this 1st half of play. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15 and spotted at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Firing
quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steamers go up by 2 touchdowns. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dart.
Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Throwing again. Here's Dart.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people are wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 12 is here. After this weekend, 2/3 of the regular season will be in the rearview mirror. Let's get into the highlights. Our tour around the NFL starts now at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indian.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Penix working out of the gun here. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
a gain of 11 on the play. First down, Brooklyn.
To throw again is Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 19, Charger, 19, 79. Tighten up. 79 Bronco. Panther 11. Dragon 60.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the ways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Throwing again, Penix. Going to throw right side here, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They are going for it. Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. To throw, Dart. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60.
To throw now, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2nd and 1 now from the 21.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Dart. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To the air, Penix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Off
the RPO, he completes it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bengals' 10-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now. No, Hawk 70, Hawk 7.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
19, Tiger, 7,
And looking to throw, Penix. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Michael Penix taking it in from a yard out, as his guys have opened up a... Very comfortable lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Dart going to look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around 30. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
60 Bison, 60.
From the gun, here's Dart. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Derek Harmon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Penix. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Penix. For the left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Come on, set! Cougar 19!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back. moment. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Panther. Cowboy 80. Hut, hut.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Yeah, he's got it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Let's go now. 60 boxes. 70 ranges. 70 ranges.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row,
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way forward. Pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Penix. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Unlock line. Unlock. Come on. Set.
Up the middle they go. Elam. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A play fake. Now Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
When we constantly talk about people being on the same page, in this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. This crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Brooklyn, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.